Pop, would you say your guys got over being, one might say, punchy or groggy or discombobulated the last few weeks?
Punchy, groggy, discombobulated. What a word master you are. Well, I thought the defense was solid tonight. I thought tonight was the best defense we've played in 3 or 4 weeks, and it came at a good time. And we rebounded. You know, there's no stop until you get the board, and we did a pretty decent job of that. They didn't get an inordinate number of offensive rebounds, I don't think. So that was the best part of the game.
What would you identify as the defensive keys that you guys did tonight that shut them down?
Just, you know, defense is, it's individual and it's team. You know, there are a lot of facets to it. There wasn't any one special thing.
Did Manu look like Manu to you?
Yeah, it was great to have Manu back. You know, he does what he does. You know, he makes big shots. He creates problems for the opponent, and he's got a great will, a great desire. So having him back, you know, I'll worry all night about how he'll feel in the morning. And if he says he feels great, you know, that'll be a good sign for our team.
Along those lines, Pop, how important is that extra day off between game 1 and game 2 for him specifically?
Well, you know, it's something we hope we can take advantage of. It's a lucky break for us to have that schedule, without a doubt. But you still have to take advantage of it. And, you know, it's easy to react to a loss. So they'll come back and they'll play even better. I want to see how we react to a win.
Pop, could you talk about the job that Corey Joseph did playing behind Tony, both ends, defending Blake and also
Corey did a good
plays?
job defensively. You know, he was solid. He didn't make mistakes. He got us into offense. He made a couple of shots, but his defense was very solid, and that's what we want him to do.
The minutes you got from Matt Bonner, you know, with Boris not available, are those pretty invaluable 20 minutes that he gave you tonight?
Well, without a doubt. You know, Matty's minutes are almost necessary, you know, in the position that we're in right now. He understands what we're doing. He's been in the playoffs before. You know, he spreads the floor. You know, a lot of reasons why he's important to us. So hopefully he'll remain healthy.
Pop, the Lakers were able to hold y'all to 37.6% shooting tonight. Do you have any comment on y'all shooting at all?
Not really. It goes in or it doesn't.
Going into Wednesday, what is the area you feel like you need the most cleanup?
Well, you know, we'll look at the film, but it's basketball. So every coach, every team thinks that their team can do everything better. So we'll look at what we think the most important things are, the things that we did the poorest, and work on that.
Tony, how much different were they without Kobe today?
But it's a totally different team. Obviously, everything's going through Paul Gasol and Dwight Howard. They play inside a lot, and so it's a big series for us to play great defense and control the boards and make sure we double team, triple team as much as we can.
Tony, can you just talk about Manu, what he gave you guys today, and what a difference he makes when he's playing like that?
Well, he's a huge key in what we do. You know, he's been here a long time. He knows our system, and tonight made some timely threes. Gives us a lot of energy off the bench, and he looked great. He was very aggressive, and we're going to need that if we want to go far in the playoffs.
Tony, can you talk about the play of the defense tonight, holding them to 79, 18 turnovers, 41% shooting? Pop said it was the best you'd played defensively in about a month. Is that something you'd agree with?
Yeah, definitely. You know, until beginning of April, we were in the top 5 in every categories in defense, and I don't know, for various reasons and a lot of injuries, we had a very tough month of April, and we know if we want to beat, you know, the Lakers, we have to be at our best defensively, and tonight that's what we did, and we'll have to do it 3 more times.
Tony, Tony, was there something you saw specifically that the Lakers were doing that allowed you to get those turnover numbers? And then also, how were you frustrated after going 3 for 12 in the first half, and how'd you rally from that?
And defensively, we did a great job. Everybody was focused. Try to control, Dwight and Gasol. We try to help as much as we can. It's hard on the bigs. And for me personally, offensively, had a rough shooting night in the first half. Second half was better, so need to get my rhythm.
And then just conversely to the defense, offensively, you guys shooting 37.6%, looking a little ragged at times. What can you do differently to remedy?
I thought we had great shots. Me personally had great shots. Timmy had great shots on top of the key. Manu had great shots. It's all shots that we like to take, and we'll do the same thing on Wednesday. I don't think we have to do anything differently. We just missed. It happened, and that's why it's a good win for us to win like that. And we shot bad. Hopefully, we can play the same defense and shoot a little bit better.
Tony, how nice was it to have Manu back out there and playing like his old self?
It was great. It's going to be huge. Like I said earlier, we need Manu to play like that, every game if we want to do something in the playoffs. Manu is a big key.
Tony, you're a Twitter guy. I guess Kobe was providing running commentary through the game. Are you going to take a quick minute to check that out maybe tonight, or review his commentary, as it were?
His comments. He's pretty funny, that's for sure. I like Phil Jackson, his suggestion on the book. That was funny.
Coach, tonight seemed to be the opposite of what we've come to expect from your teams, and your offense never seemed to catch up to your defense. Were you happy with the looks you were generating, or are you going to have to make some adjustments?
I think we'll make some adjustments and everything, obviously. But, I was happy with the looks we got. I wasn't happy with the 18 turnovers that we had. And that's, to me, probably the difference in the game. We just turned the ball over too many times.
Mike, the bench scoring went 40-10. Was that pretty much the nightmare scenario, being kind of thin coming into the series?
A little bit, but, that'll change. That's not a stat that I look at a whole lot because, maybe your bench doesn't play a whole lot. Who knows? We had some guys that had good looks that didn't put them down today. And for us to win, we're going to have to make some shots.
Mike, things came together rather quickly after Kobe went out. You had those 2 wins. You looked good on defense and working inside out. How much of a work in progress are you guys still dealing without Kobe?
A little bit. It's not an excuse. We have enough. And again, I thought we had good shots. We got to knock them down. And especially in the first half, I just thought that was the difference. Second half, and then we're turning the ball over too many times. Because if you don't hit your outside shots, then we're forcing inside. And it just is not a smooth balance in between the two. And got to give San Antonio credit. They came down. They hit the big shots. Ginobili steps into a 3. They ran down a couple offensive rebounds and got a 3. And they got got out of reach a little bit.
Mike, you've seen Ginobili do this a million times over the years. It's not just his scoring, but his playmaking also. How did he really kind of take control of that game late third, early fourth?
Well, that's what he does. He's good at it. Obviously, 3 for 5 from threes, and even the first half, I thought he kept them ahead of us. He's a big, the 3 guys. It's only been about 15 years they've been doing this, so they're good. And like I said, give them credit, but at the same time, we'll see Wednesday. We'll play the same way and see if we can hit the big shots.
A lot of the looks that Pal had, mostly on jumpers, they didn't go in. Did you like the shots he was taking there, or did you want him to work more in the post?
You just can't put 15 guys near the basket and think you're going to, he's got to go in and out. We don't want to, always jump shot, not always. You got to mix it up. As long as they're good shots, he'll make those shots. The biggest thing, again, we outshoot them. I'm talking about shots all the time. We still have a better percentage than we have 18 turnovers, and that really hurt us. And some of that was turning down shots that were open and trying to force it in a little bit too much. But we have to have the balance, and we have to clean some things up to be able to get the ball a little bit easier. But overall, again, they made big plays we didn't.
Yeah, Kobe tweeted throughout the game, and he was tweeting, "Get the ball inside, get the ball inside." Would you agree with that?
Yeah, that's what we did. Yeah. I would think so. It's great to have that commentary. It's good.
Yeah. Well, here, in fact, that's my next question. Do you think it's appropriate for him to be coaching?
Oh, that's fine. He's a fan right now, and he's a fan, and you guys put a little bit more importance on that kind of fan, but he's a fan, and he gets excited, and I'm sure, he'll, he wants to be part of it, which I don't blame him. So
How encouraging or discouraging was it that game was a winnable game? There were a lot of points in that game where you guys could have imposed your will. Was it you encouraged or discouraged by that?
Well, it's the first game, and we can't get discouraged because we lost the first game. San Antonio did what they were supposed to do tonight, but we just got to come in second game. We saw a couple things that we could have done a lot better, and we'll do a better job in the second game. But I think overall, they just came out and played extremely well. They made a lot of shots, and we missed a lot of shots. And hopefully in game 2, things will change.
Yeah, Dwight, during the game, Kobe was tweeting the whole game. He was like coaching from his bed. He was like saying, get it inside, get it inside, get it inside. He kept saying that again and again. I guess you agree with that. And what do you think about this whole concept of him pretty much coaching the team? He said you all played matador defense. I mean, he was pretty much, going full barrel.
We're the guys, that have to control what we can on the floor. And we saw some things tonight out of the double teams that, we're going to do for the next game. And, Pop's a great coach. He did a good job of coaching these guys in the first game. And, they doubled a lot. But, we'll be better. We'll be better.
There were 10 turnovers. You and Gasol, 10 turnovers total. Was it something that they were doing? You mentioned the double team. Were you surprised a little bit by the aggressiveness in that? And did that help cause that?
We just got to go get it, everything. I told the guys we're not going to get anything, so we can't expect a whistle. We can't expect anything, but we got to go take it. We want it, we got to go take it. And that's what we got to do the next game. And, I believe that the guys, are going to go do it.
Dwight, it seemed like the Spurs were making it really tough for you guys just to make entry passes. Were you really surprised by the aggressiveness maybe of them overplaying those passing lanes?
Oh, they were very aggressive tonight. And, as the series goes on, those bigs will wear down, from trying to fight every possession. And we just got to do a good job, myself and Pal, not getting those offensive fouls and not trying to fight back too much. But read the defense. If they front, we have things set up to where we can counter that, and we'll do a better job the next game.